Why, that's just like a green tint. Not cool. It's me and you and Buddy on right now. Oh, there she is.
That are a little bit more personal, but you'd like them addressed during one of the shows, you can send them to me in a DM, and we'll compile them and answer them next week for you. So it's you've got choices. There she is. Hi, Karen.
Trying to hook you up with a badge. I know I gave Karen one,
So
and
now
I
she
did
just
not
has to
forget.
try to hook me up with the badge. All right, thank you.
That's Mr. Bean.
There she is.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing okay. A little on the stir crazy side. How are you doing?
Good. You're on the bottom. Can you tip your so I can see more of your face?
Yeah, there's a lot of writing across my face.
No.
But I have Buddy here to join us.
Oh, Buddy's going to have his training session tonight, huh?
Yeah, he needs it badly. And welcome.
I who needs it more, the owner or the dog?
That definitely. This is my friend Lori Israel. I think it's Lori. I can't tell if people like stop and look and say what's going on and then leave, or if they stay on and listen. So just stay on and listen, even if it's for a second. Good morning to you from Australia.
Yeah, hola.
Hola from Australia?
No, there was somebody that said hola. I was responding. Do you have wine, or is it too early for you?
Too early for me. I decided I got some water right now because I have to be semi-conscious for the dog training session. What do you got there?
I've got a little bit of Chardonnay. I have no dog training, so
it's 5 o'clock somewhere anyway.
The bench brawl says, "Woohoo!" 2 women on top or bottom.
Oh my God, you Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean likes to stick pop rocks in his ass.
That's right. Yeah,
that's his claim to fame.
Not really sure. I mean, it's an interesting idea.
Hello, Isabella. So anyway, we had some questions for you guys about where were we going to start? How do we bring the subject up?
Well, I put it in the intro that we were going to be talking about the orgasm gap and female pleasure, female genitalia, and give a little anatomy class tonight about what's all going down there.
Yeah, what is going on down there?
What's going on down there? The down there. First of all, I would like to know what people call their parts.
Oh, what do you call it?
I mean, I call it a vulva or a pussy.
I like to call it the princess.
The princess. Well, mine would be the queen.
Yes, of course. Christopher says hello to you and me.
Hello, Christopher.
Hello, Christopher. Oh, there we go. Finally, Jenny, is that you on there, little Teach 5? Oh no, that's not. That's Susan. I don't know.
So you have a huge penis and a Walmart computer.
Okay, I'm very glad you shared that with us because I was concerned. I was actually concerned about the sheep that were, going to have to deal with your huge penis.
Does it have a name? That's what we want to know. What do you call it? Do you call it a penis?
Yeah.
Do you always call it a penis, or does it have another name when it's transformed?
Does anybody have a good penis name or a vulva name or vagina name or anything?
So
Cookie? You call it Cookie, Isabella?
Cookie.
It's your little cookie? It's a little peenie.
Cookie. That's cute. So a lot of people call the whole kit and caboodle a vagina.
Right.
Have
I have caught myself calling it a vagina just for simplicity's sake. even though we know it's a lot more than a vagina.
Yeah. Well, the vagina is a part of the whole. I mean, it is the whole. Right?
Venus,
It's one of the whole.
wait, so Mr. Beans, you're telling me your name is Venus, the 10-foot penis? Oh man. All right. Well, that's
So-
that's an original name at best. No one else will
Yeah.
have that name.
So what is the correct name for the whole exterior? If you just wanted to put one name on it, what would that be? What would be the anatomical name?
Well, I know you're going to want me to say vulva, so I'm going to say vulva.
I do want you to say vulva.
It's
the
the-
mangina.
No, mangina.
Oh, the mangina. So yeah, so vulva. So I think practice saying vulva.
Vulva, vulva, vulva.
And the more you say it, the easier it gets to say. And then if you're going to talk about the vagina, that's just the part on the inside. So, if you own one, there's all kinds of bits and pieces in there.
Hey, Marcus.
But a lot of I did a panel last week. The love canal. Okay, that's one way. That's one.
The hole, I do not call it that. If the hole, I do not call it that. The supper time or the super time 55. What do you call it then? I want to buy a Volvo.
Yeah, Volvo. It's different than a vulva.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of it anatomically it makes sense to call it a vulva as opposed to just a vagina. But on the other hand, how many people walk around going, "Oh, my vulva wants some action today"?
I mean, but is it really just the vagina that wants action? Because I think we should start talking about the clitoris.
Yeah, I'd say forget about the vagina for now. Let's just focus on the little mini peenie.
Well, and it's not so many.
Oh, I know. Wait a second, Lisa. A friend of mine just said it's tight.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, we're concerned about how stretchy your vagina was, and thank you for telling me it's tight because I was worried. I'm not worried anymore. Were you worried, buddy? Buddy's worried.
The nan in the boat. The nan.
The nan in the boat.
But a lot of people misunderstand the parts of the female genitals and what they do and where orgasms come from. And so there's been some interesting studies about how often heterosexual women have orgasms with heterosexual men.
Basically, let's put it down in the vernacular.
Okay. What?
Basically, what Nancy's getting at is a lot of women and men too think that the way that if you don't have an orgasm in your vagina, that means that there's something wrong with you.
Right.
And you should try to achieve that. And I say bullocks to that.
Bullocks. Yeah. Well, all orgasms are clitoral.
Right.
First of all.
Now,
so let's get that clear.
Let's explain why, though.
Well, because the clitoris is what you see on the outside, is like the tip of the iceberg.
Where's your little diagram or your little stuffed animal so we can show them?
Well, but that just shows the vulva. That doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't show you.
I need a clip. I really need a big model clitoris. I'm gonna order one.
I think I need a clitoris too.
You're gonna need one, yeah.
I think one is not enough.
It would be. I mean, having two would be kind of fun. I may never get any work done.
The anti-natalist Cougar is on. What do you think about that? Have you had an orgasm with just penetration? And I mean, have you ever had an orgasm with just penetration, Nancy?
Yeah, but it's still clitoral.
Right.
So I think that's what we have to understand is once you're excited and the clitoris engorges just like the penis, it's like a penis, but it's just inside the body.
It's actually supposed to be more sensitive than a penis.
It is. It has no more nerves than a penis.
Well, that's a misnomer then, isn't it?
It's a total bullshit study that was done once on a sheep or a cow.
Well, you're talking Mr. Bean's language now if you say sheep.
Yeah, sheep. So it goes deep in the body. And it goes all the way around the the outside of the vagina. So when it's engorged, it's full and it's hard. When you put something in the vagina, it's actually stimulating the clitoris.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you can have an orgasm with vaginal penetration if the clitoris is adequately excited. But if there's no clitoral stimulation, no clitoral time spent, then the chances of a woman having an orgasm with just this is like 18%.
If you're a two-pump chump like Mr. Bean, that's a problem. So I think to simplify what we're talking about, because
I'll speak in my speaking. You translate.
I'm going to speak in English. You speak in professor terms. Okay. If you're talking about the actual vagina itself, there is some material in the vagina that's erectile, which is similar to the clit, and it is the clit. Like it's part of the clit. But I still believe that in order to get the full benefits of an orgasm, a woman needs to have the little ball part, the actual clit outside stimulated.
Well, it is difficult to stimulate the rest of it unless you do like a great yoni massage. If you learn how to do, because the outer lips, if you kind of massage in, that's stimulating the bulbs of the clitoris.
Right.
So people that just go like on a doorbell, ding, 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 that's probably not going to do a lot. So you need to, women need to know how to stimulate themselves, what feels good, how much pressure they like, where they like it, how they like it. Thank you, Brady.
But also, don't worry about the multiple orgasms, Gregory. Let's talk about the single orgasm first.
If you've never had one, just start with that.
Just start with the single orgasm first.
Yeah.
And so what I think the main thing is that a lot of women get frustrated because although yes, there is this clitoral material in your vagina, it is sometimes hard to reach, and unless it's stimulated in the exact way that you want it, it's going to be hard to have an orgasm just from that. You need to have that clit. I don't know if you want to call it the external clit. That's the part.
It would be like the head.
The head of the whole thing needs to be stimulated, in my opinion. I don't know about anybody else, but if it's ignored, I get very irritable.
Right. And it can be stimulated. And, I think the thing we don't realize is every woman is built a little different. And so that space between the lower part of the vagina and the clitoris can vary quite a bit in distance. So positioning for penetration is really critical, so that you have to know whether you need grinding, whether you need an angle. So that's why women on top seems to work out better.
Because then they can maneuver their external clit to get stimulated by the rhythm of the penetration.
Right.
Or
a lot of these toys.
That's to say, or you can get what I have, which I call the pet rock, which is a little bullet vibrator, and you can be on top and use that to stimulate your clit while you're doing the penetration, so that it ends up a lot of times being simultaneous.
And here's a big myth that I want to bust right now.
Go for it.
I'm going to bust it. So if you're a guy and you're with a vulva owner and she needs to pull out her bullet or use her hand or use some kind of toy to stimulate her external clitoris to have an orgasm, says nothing about you. It doesn't mean you're insufficient. It doesn't mean you're not a great lover.
It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with her.
That just is nothing wrong with her. That's just what feels good to her. So if you just stimulate the vagina only, that would be like the same thing as just stimulating a guy's balls and expecting him to have an orgasm.
I think that's a very good explanation of the frustration that one can feel if you're only stimulating one part of the genitals.
Right.
Look at this, Marcus. Finding that space is like Indiana Jones. It's not like Indiana Jones when you are with, if you talk to your partner, well, first of all, part of it is on her. She needs to know I always
Yes.
talk about this. If you have a gorgeous Porsche and you don't have the owner's manual, and you don't understand how to drive it, it's worthless. So if she has this wonderful princess pussy, and she doesn't know how to have an orgasm, and she doesn't know what parts of her body, make her have an orgasm, and she hasn't tried toys and all that to figure it out, how is she supposed to? How are you supposed to know what to do? So
Right. So
it's on
that's
her
why.
to
Yeah.
to communicate,
Yeah.
communicate, and
Well, and
then
that's what both you and I, our goal is obviously to educate men, but it's really to educate women about giving them permission to explore their own body, their own pleasure, find out what feels good, what they like, so they can teach their partners. Right?
yeah, I forgot I interviewed someone who, I think it was, oh no, maybe it was some sort of a video I saw, but women do not even recognize if they put pictures of their own vaginas up, or vulvas up on the wall, they don't even know which one
Right.
is theirs because they never look at it.
Yeah. And get a mirror. No, learn your body.
Marcus,
Get a mirror and tease yourself until you get excited and watch how your body transforms. It's fascinating.
it is
To
fascinating.
see everything change. The color changes. It's just, it's like, I mean, that's why guys are so fascinated with their penises, because it's like it goes from that to whoa,
And it's easier to see a dick.
Well,
Okay,
yeah,
so now Gregory's saying the bullet. Yeah, we're talking about the bullet. This is very educational. Thank you. Marcus, here, he said something here that was interesting. I follow the moans like Indiana. Like Indiana Jones. Well, it is actually a good idea to follow the moans. I think observing her response, maybe she doesn't even know like when she's moaning or what's stimulating her, but you hear it or you see it by, like, I know one of the porn stars, Derek Pierce, told me like he is a big observer. Like, oh, her cheeks are getting flushed when I do this,
right.
or she starts
A lot of
breathing
women, their chest will flush,
or
their
breathing.
head tips back. I mean, there's all kinds of signs. Yeah, they get a little wet and a little dewy.
Breathing heavily. The
Yeah.
breath is important.
But I do caution people in using wetness of the vagina as a sign of excitement.
Yes, it could be, but it also can be that someone's very excited and they're just not wet because of hormonal reasons or whatever. So don't judge it all on that.
Right. Or it could be that they're wet because they just have they're just a dewy, moist body.
They're just wet and juicy.
Yeah, they're just juicy.
Like,
and women, and I hate to go on this tangent, but I'll just do it real quick. Women that are being assaulted will still get wet because that's the body's way of protecting them from harm.
yeah.
So it's not always a sign of excitement. That's up here.
Right. And and I got to tell you something. Just because I'm looking at Buddy does not mean I want his tongue in my mouth. He is becoming a little creepy. What the hell is going on here? Oh my God.
So Gregory, what have you learned so far? You said you're learning something new every day. So
right.
What did you learn? Yeah, so I really encourage men to not let your ego. First of all, men, it's not your responsibility to give women orgasms.
That's
just like
true.
It's not our responsibility to give you orgasms. We give ourselves orgasms. We give for permission. We have to learn about our body. So be with a partner that will communicate with you so that you can learn about what her pleasure is or his pleasure is, and then go from there. And I also tell couples that are struggling with orgasm, or people that are struggling, take orgasm off the table and start looking for pleasure. Just go with what feels good and see what happens.
Yeah. A lot of times it's a lot more fun just making out than anything else.
Yeah.
Rick, how was the wedding? My friend WeberCon, his son got married over the weekend. He has some things to say. Let's see. No different than stimulate the head of a penis. They're both sensitive and they both need full stimulation to orgasm. Yes, we agree with that.
There we go.
I got some comments here over on YouTube. Nice to see both of you from Prince of Darkness. Hello, Isaiah. If she loves it and starts to move and grab the hair, keep going. Don't stop. Yeah, this is a good time for you guys to be very aware of body language, the way the body moves. Just be very observant. because you can notice something that she may not even be noticing, or vice versa. You should notice that when I'm pulling back, buddy, that means I don't want you to eat my hair.
Right. But Buddy's not reading your body language.
Buddy is not good at body language reading. He just goes for it. He just doesn't give a shit. But that's what differentiates us from puppies.
This is true. It's not a consensual. So don't forget, we have badges on.
We have badges. If you like what you're hearing, give us some badges. We're about to hit a certain number, in which case we can go buy ourselves a bottle of wine. So that's always nice. Every woman is different. Not every woman is the same. All women come different shapes and sizes. Prince of Darkness, this is very true too. I'm glad you brought that up, because just because your last partner might have liked a certain way of having their vulva stroked or their nipples licked does not mean that every woman is going to want that shit.
Right.
They might want something
it's
totally
like every
different.
guy is different, right? I mean,
yeah.
Just because we have the same parts doesn't mean that we like to do the same thing with them.
Right. I mean, you can't go off of one partner and think that, like, if this guy liked to have his dick sucked this way, that every guy likes their dick sucked. That some people don't even like their dick sucked. I haven't met too many of them, but I know they're out there.
Well, and because I think that, one, if the fun thing about being with someone is exploring their likes and learning what turns them on.
Yeah.
And so if you think you already know, like we've seen some guys on here that are like, oh, I can make it. I'm a big, it's like bullshit. You only know the people you've been with. Maybe you paid attention. I hope you did.
And maybe they faked it altogether. You don't know that either.
Right. And so I'm always curious about people that are in the scene of one night, just a series of one night stands where they never repeat a sexual experience with someone. And I wonder how gratifying that is, because really, how can you know what another person is going to want or like or be comfortable with?
Or unless Nancy, I will play the devil's advocate. Unless she's good at communicating, and she's like, no, do this, do that, do this. Some people are very comfortable, even in the first meeting, telling someone what they want and knowing what they want. And so it could be good on both parts. Like a guy could say, I like this or that or whatever. Granted, I always think it's much more comfortable when, at least it's the second time you're with the person or something. But, and obviously, women do tend to take longer to have an orgasm anyway. So I think it would be.
So have you ever faked an orgasm?
Never. And I was going to ask you, has anybody here that's listening faked an orgasm, and why did you do it? I never faked an orgasm. I did. I know you did.
It was, it was years ago. I was just graduated from nursing school. My girlfriend and I went to Mexico. We hooked up with these guys, and I found myself with this guy that was so bad. It was so awful.
Then you're just like, okay, I came.
I just wanted it done, just over.
Well,
I just faked it and rolled him off me.
I did a video once called 69 Reasons Not to Fake an Orgasm. It's sort of like training this puppy right here. You don't want to train that puppy to, do bad shit and then have them repeat it. So.
But men fake orgasms too. The recent study I just found was like 20% of the men said that they had faked orgasm.
Hey, has anybody here on YouTube faked an orgasm? Not gonna lie, I have, Ryan says. Funny. Yeah. Why do guys fake orgasm? Just because they want to be done with it? And
same thing.
And what would be the worst thing that happen is like, hey, it's not gonna happen tonight. Let's just let's roll over and watch some TV or something.
Yeah, here's the thing: is we have this whole mindset that says, I'm making you come and I'm going to give you an orgasm, and that's my ego talking. And if I don't do it, I'm going to be frustrated and angry with you, and maybe I'll be disappointed in you. Maybe I'll try to blame you for that. I mean, there's all kinds of dynamics that happen in these situations. And so if we realize that what another person's experiencing, we can be a part of that if they're drawing us in and bringing us along. But oftentimes women or men are stressed, they're distracted, they're tired, they don't feel great. There's all kinds of reasons that
They could be taking different drugs that prohibit orgasm and things like that. Or also another thing is I've been with guys that like on the first time, they cannot get hard, especially if they have to wear a condom.
Right.
And so then okay, and they're like so embarrassed by it, but they shouldn't be. I've been with them and I'm like, I don't care. We tried, we failed, we'll try again.
We have to each be responsible for our own pleasure. And if you're not being pleased, and this is why faking orgasms is so risky for people that want to continue to have interaction with someone. Because if you're faking, that means you're really lying.
Right.
You're saying, "Oh yeah, baby, that feels good, good, good,"
And then don't be surprised if he does it again or she does it again.
Because we teach people
it's okay to pee on my couch,
Right.
So
however, a lot of people have a hard time being invited, and a lot of men and women have so much ego in their sexual prowessness and their
why do you think that is?
Because they're hung up on the fact that they make people do something. That's just arrogance.
Yeah.
Like, I make you. Well, no, you don't. I'm either going to do it or I'm not. And I might include you in the experience, but that's on me, not you.
Right. Now, Ryan says, sometimes the moment gets lost. It happens. As long as my woman enjoys herself, that's all that matters to me. Ryan, this is why you are going to get all the women in your life or whoever you're looking for, because that is the right attitude. I mean, and that's for any of the guys that, let's go even further. Some of the guys that we've talked to over the years have come really quickly and have been embarrassed by that. Don't be embarrassed by it. First of all, usually you can get up again. And second of all, even if you can't, just focus on her. She doesn't give a shit if you come fast or slow. She probably prefers fast over 45 minutes to an hour of pumping.
Well, how many guys think that 45 minutes of pumping is what we want?
Texas just banned the abortion law. We know, Prince of Darkness, it's horrible. We're not even going to get to that subject right now because Nancy and I will go off.
We'll lose it. Yeah, because I've been losing it for 2 days.
Yeah, we already lost it on the phone. So anyway, oh my God, I'm being attacked by the puppy. See, he thinks I like it when he licks my ears, but I really feeling a little bit.
I have to give him feedback that says I don't like it. Like, no.
Well, see, that's what the thing is. I'm allowing him to do it because I kind of do like it. I'm giving you mixed messages.
The truth comes out.
I'm giving you mixed messages.
I don't like it. No.
I kind of do like it. I do.
No wonder they think that no means maybe.
Yeah, no means yes.
Clear communication.
The last cougar in the USA, Karen. Why am I the last cougar in the USA? I guarantee I'm not the last cougar in the USA. Maybe in the area I live in, Hollywood, but yeah, no, I'm not the last cougar. All right. Should we stay on this channel and then next time we'll switch?
Whatever you want to do. We've got 8 people in here. You've got your YouTubers up.
YouTubers will stay on YouTube. Maybe we should just switch it up and get some more people in. We'll switch over to mine and see if we can get more people.
So we're going to take a commercial break.
We're taking a quick break.
Yes, and so we're going to come on Karen's channel.
Well, I don't know what is coming. I hope she's not the last one. Maybe I will grab a glass of wine while I'm taking my little break and coming back for Wild Women with Wine. If you guys haven't followed us before, it's time to follow us now. We're at mine, KarenLee Potter, everywhere on social media, and don't forget Sex Talk with My Mom. And then Nancy is.
You can find my website, drnsp.com, and that'll link you to everything I'm doing. Retreats and private counseling and all my social media, our Wild Women with Wine show, and next week you want to be here because Karen and I will be together.
We're going to be together at last, together forever. She
We
likes
have an
it with
8.
I lick her pussy. Thank you, Gregory. All right. Ready? We're
What
gonna
was that?
I don't know. We're gonna come back in 2 minutes.
All right, so find us on KarenLee Potter on Instagram in 2 minutes, and we'll be back over there to answer the rest of your questions. So think about
All
some
right.
questions. All right.
Sounds
See ya
good.
over there.
All right,
All
you
right.
guys. Bye.
Ta-ta.
All right.
All right. We'll see you.
All right, YouTubers, I'll be right back, okay? I'm back. Okay, now I got to figure out how to do this. Let's see. I'm going to go like this. Badges, turn on badges. Nancy, you're fired. I give a private discussion. What does that mean? You're 39. How was your day? Thank you for asking, Sharon. Hope she. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to have Nancy join. A-list incognito is joining in the house here, I see. All right. Let's see. Why can't I get Nancy here? Okay. What's up? Did I see Nancy yet? Do you not hear me yet? If you're just joining, come on, say hi. Why don't I hear you, Nancy? I see you, but I don't hear you. Nancy. Oh, hey, Dave Hess. Stop it. Nancy, where are you? Let's see. Request. Go live. Buddy. Oh, Karen is my. It's I don't. You don't hear me at all. That's very interesting. All right. There's always something going on here. Let me see if I can get the volume up. Oh my God. Here. Can you guys hear me? No? All right. I'm going to start. I'm starting all over again. Stop. I'm going to do it all over again. Buddy, shut up. Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me? Just say yes if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Yay! They can hear me. Okay. What's up? All right. Now we're waiting for her. Oh, shoot. All right. I'm starting one more time. And now Delete video. Can you hear me now? Please say yes. Otherwise, I'm going to kill myself. Anybody? Does anybody hear me? Still no here? Oh, shit, Nancy. It must be something with the badges. I'll turn off the badges, I guess. When I tried doing the badges before. Please say you can hear me. Ryan, you can hear me, but not, I don't know if anybody, if you guys just joined, let me know if you hear me. Tommy, can you hear me? Oh, yay. So I don't know what the problem was. I think it had to do with like my external battery. I had to take it off. But anyway, I promise this is the last time. Otherwise, I'm just going to give up and call it a day and drink my wine. What's up? Where are you guys all coming? See me, feel me. Where are you guys all coming from? Where are you? And what's your zodiac sign? That's always my favorite. A-list, incognito. What's your zodiac sign? Here we go. Nancy just joined. She's probably like, I'm going to kill you. Is she joining us or not? Yes, she's joining us. Can you hear me now? You cannot hear me. Oh, something's fucked up because I am now done it like 10 times. I don't know what to do. They can hear, before they could hear me. Now does anybody hear me or is it all just, I know they heard me before. All right. I give up. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know if it had to do with the badges. I don't know if it had to do with something else. I know you guys can on YouTube, which is weird because I don't know why you can't on Instagram. All right. Go out of any apps. Okay, I'll try going out of any apps. Here we go. I'm closing up all the apps. Reboot my phone. All right. Wait, what did you say? Trying to meet cougars in New Orleans. Right now, not a great time. I'm not skipping over anything. What I'm trying to do is figure out what's going on with this. Trying to have someone join your live. Yes, I was trying to get my sound on. I couldn't do it. And what do you think's going on with that? So I rebooted my phone, and now I'm trying to get Instagram back on and see if it'll let me go on. Hopefully. Let's see. Let's see. Da, 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 da. What, buddy? Okay. Can you hear me? Please say yes. Anybody hear me? If you can, just oh, here we go. Let me know if you hear me. Can you hear me?
I think so. Yes.
You're a genius because you said to reboot the phone. Who did someone help you with that, or you came up with that on your own? Because I'm very impressed.
I mean that's usually what I have to do when things are not going right. I have to reboot my phone. So.
Yay! Press unmute and tell them to unmute. No, it was. I don't know. I thought it had something.
Nobody was muted. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, and share. What is up, everyone? We are Wild Women with Wine. We're getting wild. We're getting crazy. We're drinking wine now. Now the party's begun. All right. So we did some serious anatomy 101 lessons. Now I thought we would do some fun games. We haven't done games in a while.
I know. What kind of game?
Well, I happen to have a whole hat full of tricks here.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you a question, and then hopefully we're going to get answers from everyone on Instagram and YouTube.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let me fluff my hair.
Have you ever dyed your hair?
What? Have I fluffed my hair?
I said, have you ever colored your hair? That's the first question. Now, what haven't you tried that you'd like to try, either sexually or with drugs or with skydiving? Anything in your life that you have not tried but is on your bucket list to try?
I would like to not work for 3 months.
Good luck with that.
Travel. And do something really fun.
I cannot believe you said that, because you literally are the most motivated human being on the planet. I think that it's a lofty goal for you. I would try for like one month maybe. I don't even know if you can handle a month. But you think you need it, so that's why you said that.
I think I would like to try it. I mean, the longest vacation Mark and I have ever had is 2 weeks. And what was amazing was after the first week, we were like, whoa, we get another week.
Yeah. So Red December asked, does this chat answer too? So we would love you to answer. Yes, absolutely. So anyway, you're talking about going away with Mark, not by yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Oh no, I wouldn't want to. Because I've gone away by myself like for a week to New York, which was fun, but I get lonely.
Okay, well, I can see that. Brady would love to travel and just date supermodels for 4 months. Okay. I don't even know what I would answer this question. I don't know. What haven't I tried? I haven't.
Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, I haven't traveled. I haven't tried a lot. I'm very vanilla. Oh, I would like to try swinging. What kind of swinging? Like on a swing set? That's wine. So yeah, I would like to hear what you guys say, and then I'm going to sit there and think about what I want to say because I don't really have something that came like it'd have to immediately come to mind. Oh yeah, I want to do this. I definitely have tried Africa, so I probably would like to do more of African travel, but
Yeah.
I've tried it already. Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Do you where we meet to come over and get it working for you? No, no, I'm fine. It's working. Don't worry. In
We're good.
October, Jamie and
Figured it
Lexi
out.
and I are having a threesome just for them, third for me. Prince of Darkness, I don't know who Jamie and Lexi are, but I'm glad you're having a threesome.
Oh, the Mile High Club. I've thought about that too. Yeah, that's on my list. Well, I mean, I've kind of done that.
I was going to say, please, who hasn't done that?
I mean, have you actually had like sex on a plane?
I've never had penetrative sex on a plane, but I've had sex on a plane. I will leave it at that.
Me too. Yeah, but not the other kind. Not the PV sex.
Not that type of sex. Has anybody done the Mile High Club and want to tell us their story? I've actually been with one of my friends who did it. Have either of you sexy women tried tonight at the Glory Hole? Have I gone to a Glory Hole place? No, but
no.
I've seen it on porn. Oh, I know you meant swinging with other couples, Winnie. I was just joking. Try Club Colette and leave with 2 black guys. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing my adventure with me here. What is that? I learned about amazing sex and self-pleasure. That's what you want to do. Share it. I think it's a great, great goal. And you should definitely do that. What are you waiting for? Sorry for the typo. It was meant to say ever tried a night. Okay. Still not registering what you're talking about. When I was 19, a 47-year-old cougar hit on me and I was too nervous to do anything. Well, you got to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Does anybody know what that is?
Tell us what it is.
I always talk about this because it's the 5-second rule, which doesn't mean dropping something on the ground rule. It means that you have 5 seconds before your brain. This is scientific, by the way, from Mel Robbins. You have 5 seconds before your brain is going to tell you not to do something that you think that you want to do, but you're scared to do or you're hesitant to do. So you can't let your brain tell you not to do it. You just have to act on it and do it. And I guarantee you will be happy you did it. So if you have ever been too nervous like Joel, next time you don't want that to happen to you, right? So next time you do something about it. So that you don't have to write in this chat, that's what you wish you had done. Kisses from Rome. Oh.
And you have no regrets.
No regrets? Balls. Nerves.
There you go.
Get some just balls. Bring a group of cougars and meet up with a group of young professionals. What? Black Order, you're having like a conversation here by yourself. I don't know what you're trying to say. Joel, please keep us updated and if you do that, because we would like to hear.
Yeah.
Any other stories of people wanting to do something that haven't done it and what's holding you back? I mean, Nancy, what's holding you back from taking that month off? Was it a month or 4 months?
3 months.
3 months?
I think it's Mark's schedule mostly. And we have a cat now. You know.
I know. I don't know what I was thinking when I got my puppy. I love him to death, but what the hell?
I know the feeling. Yeah.
I don't know what I literally think I had puppy amnesia. Wine and beer. Thank you for the emojis there. Anyway, so have you wanted to try something drug related that you haven't tried?
I'm curious about ayahuasca.
Really?
I'm curious about it. I don't have the bravery to do it because I don't like to barf and have diarrhea. So those things don't appeal to me. So, but I'm curious about it. So I have a few friends that have done it, many times, and so I always want to hear their stories. So I kind of live vicariously through them.
Well, I have heard one of my friends' stories, who you know that I know, uh, and she is a porn star, and she said it was the most vile thing she's ever tasted in her life.
Yeah, it's
And
bad. I
and
mean, I've heard it's just
and
gross,
for
but
coming from her, who probably tasted some vile things, I would say that it's probably not something I would ever dream of doing, because she told me that.
yeah.
Also, if you do it, you have to do it with some shaman or someone who can really guide you through it. I
Oh
was
yeah.
actually thinking, because we just talked about this on the podcast, that Cam tried, my son tried mushrooms. He's had it,
Mhm.
he's tried it before, but and I've tried it before when I was in like post college. But microdosing them now is not as gross as it was when we were doing them, because I mean, I just remember like wanting to vomit from that too. But apparently they are like in chocolates and you can eat them and they're not going to get you sick. So I would be curious about
Right.
that. So who's here? And Matthew's curious about pot and gummies. A couple of my friends smoke pot regularly, so I know how Nan feels about living vicariously. That is a lot different than ayahuasca. You can definitely try a microdose of pot and or a microdose of gummies. Like I've tried gummies, and I don't like them as much because I like to be a little more in control of how long it lasts.
Yeah. Yeah. But I've, what I've had, what's been interesting is when I've had people explain to me their ayahuasca experiences, and when they get to the they'll do like three sessions in a 5-day period,
Oh my god.
and what the third session is like for them. I've had that experience through yoga.
Oh, well
So
then,
what they've
I think
described to
you very
me,
much just stick with your yoga then.
yeah. So when I was like, wow, I had that experience. I mean, I had that experience where my body kind of melted into itself, and all I could see and feel was love.
Yeah, I have
I mean,
done those
yeah.
I've kind of done drugs similar to that. I wouldn't call it yoga. I would call it MDA. I have tried MDA, which is like similar to, I guess, to ecstasy, and it's. I think my body reacts really like intensely to any drugs. So I'm
Yeah.
sticking with weed. Maybe I would try a microdose of mushrooms. Um, maybe that's what. Yeah, that's the answer to that question. I probably will try mushrooms one day again, because I've already done it, but I think I'd try it now that I don't
There
have
you go.
to. Yeah.
I like to be in control too much.
Oh,
It's like
no,
I've been
ayahuasca would not be a good call for you at all. Then no.
no,
Have
because
you ever done?
I've been drunk a couple of times to the point where I felt like I wasn't really and I
Did
never
you
did it again. So,
did you take your panties off in a bar?
well, yes, but I
Me
don't know that
too.
that requires alcohol.
It doesn't require. I did it only. That's why I don't like to do tequila unless I'm with someone who can also do tequila. If you're doing tequila, you make sure that everybody in the room with you is doing tequila, because otherwise they remember
Well,
what you did.
that Mexico trip I was talking about earlier, that might have been that night. I was on a table dancing, I had a big sombrero, went across into the ocean, lost my panties.
Oh my god. A-list incognito. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love. I'm not addicted to love either. I'm just. I love everyone. What can I tell you? Um, but now, speaking of things that we really liked in our past, have you ever tried a Quaalude?
No.
Okay, that's one of those 5, 4, 3, 2 moments. Moment that you should have tried.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. There were
Yeah.
many of fun times on those things, because you drink. It's like the equivalent of drinking like 2 or 3 shots of tequila and not having the side effects.
Oh. I mean, I mean, when I was a teenager, I did a few little things, but I was always super conscious of,
Being in control.
one, knowing I wanted to be a nurse and have a career and not screw up my brain. And two, I knew I wanted to have children. So I was always very nervous about what I was going to do to my body. So I always felt a little responsible for that. Even at 15, I remember feeling that. So
Well, I guess I mean, I never drank or did drugs when I was pregnant, but I guess I wasn't really thinking long term.
Right.
That part was like, oh boy.
Thank
Ah,
you, Brady.
thank you, Brady. Badges. If you guys want to send a few badges our way, we might do more true confessions. This is true
Yeah.
confessions of
The more
what
you,
what we
the more you
did.
pay, the more we say.
Syrian wants to know: are we going out at the weekend? I don't know. Maybe. Ever had sex while on drugs? Well, yes. When have I?
Isn't that why people do drugs?
I was gonna say, when have I not had sex on? When have I not had drugs on sex? No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe that's why I never was drawn to drugs, because I was having great sex without drugs.
Yeah, but
And
you can
I
imagine
like
how
the
much
sex, so
you can imagine how much
I-
better it could be with drugs. It could definitely be enhanced as I sit there and drink my wine.
I know if I had more enhanced sex, I'm afraid I would have brain damage.
Well, aren't we a little bragger?
Just tell the truth. I bring my yoga into my sex.
All right,
so
all right,
it's like
you guys.
ethereal.
I have a question for you. Yoga, weed, ecstasy, coke, any of those drugs, did that enhance your sex or does it make it worse? I added yoga in there for you.
Thank you.
Well,
Do women physically check out men? Yes.
sorry to say, I mean, whatever you do, Joel, when you see a woman, you're not necessarily just like, looking at her eyes. Wait.
When I was in high school, between my junior and senior year, my girlfriend and I took government in summer, and so the summer class was great because it was held in the music department. We had to sit way in the back in this like theater kind of stand seating. So we would get there early so we could check out all the guys coming in, and we would be going right, left. Right.
Oh, you were swiping even before swiping was popular?
No, but we were seeing which way their dick was hanging.
Oh, what the fuck? Are you serious? I knew I loved you for a reason. Oh, please. Buddy, can you just leave it there? Stop it, buddy. This could go on for a while. Anyway.
So it's been ongoing.
I'm so glad that this dog is so well trained. Okay. Buddy, can you come here, please? All right. Along those lines, do you have any drug or alcohol related injuries? Buddy, I'm going to have you have an injury soon. Come here. Come here, buddy.
No.
Has anybody injured themselves while having sex?
You said drug or alcohol.
Well, do you have any drug or alcohol related injuries? I didn't say sex. I should put sex in there. Do you have any drug or alcohol or sex related injuries or industries? I'm going to put down sex on this thing. Have you ever had sex with a Tampax in you?
Kind of.
Me too. And that's how my injury was, that I almost got it stuck up there and I almost had to go to the hospital to pull it out.
Yeah. You need like tongs.
You need tweezers. Buddy is in a mood. You had a sex injury. Joel has not had one yet. Has anybody had a sex injury? Let us know here on Instagram or YouTube. Good night. Good night to you.
So Brady, what was your sex injury? So Mark is seen at the clinic probably in his
oh my God, I can
career
just imagine.
Maybe 10 broken penises.
I literally for the podcast talked about someone who broke some guy's hips. She was on top of him and she broke both his hips. Yeah.
Okay. There's I mean, well, either he had osteoporosis.
No.
Or she was a very athletic or big girl.
I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, KarenLee took the cake with a tampon. You have never, Brady, there's so many more stories. Wait, I'm on live right now, huh? Hello? So, anyway, no wonder the dog was going crazy just now. Any shaving tips on my wife? Razor blade shaver, what's the best? Do you have any shaving tips?
Well, one, I would ask her what's most comfortable for her. Yeah, I mean, don't you have a manscaper thing?
Oh, I got a Manscaped thing. I don't know why Manscaped. Can you close it in here? I don't know why Manscaped doesn't have a womanscape. But
have you tried the Manscaped? Have you used it?
I love it. It lights up, and you can use it with your in the shower. You can, and it's. I don't understand why they have it only for the Manscaped. It's kind of silly.
Yeah. All right, we've got some interesting things going on here. So, in order to have a sex injury, you have to actually have sex. Know your audience, Karen.
So you're saying nobody in our audience has sex?
Cut or uncut?
Oh, I don't want to go through that. We've talked about that so many times. I don't feel like talking about that. Let's move on.
Okay. I popped the thing. It's called the frenulum. That little thing right there. This guy popped.
Oh, that I've heard about too. That's very painful.
Yeah. I tried a new Kama Sutra move one time with a girl and sprained my ankle.
Oh my God.
You know, you don't want to. Oops. Did we get shut off?
No.
Oh, there we go. You don't want to try Kama Sutra moves unless you've been practicing yoga for a while. I don't recommend it.
Guys, cougars don't really exist anymore unless you look like Harry Styles. What are these people getting this battle rifle? Where do you come up with this information from? Have you been skinny dipping, Joel? Yes. And every day she goes skinny dipping. I did it a few times and I very much enjoyed it. Feel very free.
I hate being in a bathing suit. Hate it. So I will look for any reason to not be in a bathing suit.
She's got a point there. So anyway, if you're just joining us, make sure that you follow both of us on all social media. I'm always going to be at KarenLee Potter or Sex Talk with my mom, and she's going to be at Dr. NSP. We both have Patreon pages. We'd love for you to support us there. But even if you can't afford to be involved in Patreon, it'd be nice just to follow us. I'm also about to hit 50,000 followers on TikTok.
No way. What?
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know where they're coming from, but that's fun.
Okay. Do you hate wearing clothes? Sometimes.
I hate wearing constricted clothes.
Yeah. Ever been caught skinny dipping? Yeah.
By who? Wait, hold on. By who have you been caught skinny dipping?
Oh my gosh. Let's go through the list.
The police?
When I was 13, 14, 15, my girlfriend and I would go to this beach up in the mountains on a river and just skinny dip all day. We were like little wood nymphs, running and playing and showering and jumping off the cliffs and, just having a day. And the rafters would come down the river. And she would always see them ahead before I would. And then I would be like doing the gecko climb up the rocks. And she'd go, turn around, smile for the camera.
Who needs clothes? It's funny because we were in Jamaica on a raft ride and we saw a big guy taking a shower and you could see like everything. We're like, whoa, welcome to Jamaica.
Well, if you go on vacation with me in Jamaica, you will see naked people and you will have lots of chances to skinny dip. So
you hear that, guys? You have lots of chances to skinny dip. Take me to the river. You're into songs right now. Take me to the river, walk me on the water. Well, what?
So almost 50,000 on your TikTok.
I'm 49,400. Yes.
That's
Woo.
amazing.
Pretty
So what's
cool.
it doing for you besides entertaining the hell out of you?
It's entertaining the hell out of me. That's what it is. It's definitely it's fun. Yeah. I don't know.
That's
I feel like people get my sense of humor there. And if they get my sense of humor, that's what I love to do. Even when I'm depressed, if I'm depressed, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go on TikTok and watch what other people are doing. And then I'm like, oh, next thing I know, I'm doing it. And here she is. It's Captain Megan coming in live.
Man.
Thank you, Brady.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Wait, Battle says if you want girls like Karen, guys, wait till your 30s. I told you they don't really exist because I approach a lot of women. They don't find younger men attractive. You're the diamond in the rough. Battle, I'm not the diamond in the rough. You are just like setting yourself up for failure with that negative attitude.
Well, I would want to know how exactly you're approaching them.
Yeah, we want to know exactly what you're doing.
Are you approaching them like you would a 18-year-old or a 25-year-old?
Right.
Or are you approaching them like a woman would want to be approached?
And also, maybe it's just, it could be just that you're approaching the wrong people. Maybe people are there to do whatever they're doing, or they had a bad day and they don't want to be approached. I mean, it is kind of a numbers game. The more you do it, the better you get at it, too.
Okay, here's the $1 million question tonight, Karen. Have you ever thought about doing, thank you, friends,
Freezy Loaded.
Freezy Reloaded.
Freezy Reloaded, thank you for the badge.
Have we ever thought about doing an OnlyFans? Yes, we have. We've been talking about it. What would you want to see?
Yeah.
Because we're not doing porn.
Well, apparently, now that OnlyFans has put the gauntlet down on the porn, I mean...
No, they reneged it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, because they got so much pushback that they went, all right, no, sorry, we're not going to do that.
No, we're going to let those freak flags fly. How much
They're
you want
making
to
too much money. They'd be stupid.
Oh, listen to this. If you are right, I'll send you a $500 super chat. Get an average guy in his 20s and get him to approach older women. If you can get him to get 10 numbers from older women, all right, 10 numbers is quite a lot, okay? You're not
going to get numbers from older women. You can give your number to older women.
And then you win, and I'll donate. Stop approaching.
Instead, create or participate in social environments where your personality and presence will be appreciated. Exactly.
A-list. Extremely perceptive of you. Very impressive. I can do six numbers. We got Freezy Reloaded. He can get you 6 numbers within that first. How long do you got? How long do they have? Approach older women, you get in one night, I guess he's gonna get 6 numbers, and if he does, Battle is he's gonna donate $500, and they'll never call that number.
I usually give my number to older women. Yeah, I mean, first of all, older women don't want to be harassed, right?
Right.
They're not going to give their number out to you until they know you're worthy of it. Right. Older women know to make you earn your way in. So you got to earn your way in.
And I got to tell you, it has happened to me where I have given my number out, and this happened early on when I became single, and I get a call at 2 a.m. for some drunk asshole. So I made that mistake one too many times, and that was it. You just don't want to give that number out. Although now,
the younger guys, I'm sorry, but they just don't have the game. They don't know how to interact in a really sexy, respectful way.
Well,
they're just like, and then they do stupid things like drunk text you or
right. Well, he's saying that giving your number out is not really effective. Girls almost never call the number. You have to get hers. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that that's 100% true. You know what? It's getting almost to the time where we're done. So I want to say goodbye to everybody. Sorry it took me so long to figure out my Instagram situation. Again, if you want to find us, go to drnsp.com. She's there. You can find her on all social media. And also, she's at the exotic lifestyle events, right? Or is it erotic
Yep.
lifestyle events?
Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, ELR,
Dr.
on
Nancy Sutton
Instagram.
Pierce, ELR.
But if you just go to my website, you can find all of it at drnsp.com. And then all of these videos that we do, I put them up on the YouTube channel. I'll send you the link, or I'll post it. But if you go to Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce on YouTube, you can find us there. KarenLee is on Patreon,
And
YouTube,
so are you.
all the social medias.
Just look
She's
up KarenLee.
out of jail on Facebook.
I'm out of Facebook jail, but apparently one of my videos on sex talk with my mom just violated community standards because Cam was trying to demonstrate how you break the hips of a woman. Or how he could have had his hips broken. But yeah, we had our video taken down. But you can watch on Sex Talk with My Mom. We've started videotaping our podcast, so you can watch all that. We're putting it up on YouTube and Instagram, TikTok, blah 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 blah. Anyway, we love you guys. I gotta go train my little multi-poo how to behave like a multi-poo. And
right. Next week, come back, because we will be together in Hollywood. Karen and I, side by side, having some fun with you.
We're looking forward to that. I love you guys. Bye.
All right, love you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, my YouTube fam.